G'day guys, welcome back. I was just doing another video of that big kind of wavy mold, and I dusted all my mica powders in, and I have quite a lot of resin left over. I did make up extra so that I could, while I was stirring, I could make some blooms. So I'm going to do that. Now let me my other glove. So it's the Platinum 360 Plus. And I stopped stirring almost 10 minutes ago. So I just want to wait till this gets to 40 degrees Celsius. I haven't actually checked it yet, but it'll probably take about 10 minutes. Like it's quite deep, and the deeper your resin is, the faster it's going to set up. So let's see where it's at. So when it gets to 40, I want to decant. 35, 36, 37, 38. So yeah, like I said, it gets hot pretty fast when it's left in a quite deep. If you pour it quite thin, like in the coaster itself, it doesn't get that hot very quickly. 39.9. Come on, 40. Come on, 40. 40. There we go. All right. So that's taken. Let me clean this off. That has taken 10 minutes from when I stopped stirring it. I'm just going to clean this probe off with some alcohol. Okay. So let's pour. Oh, make sure it's clean. Is it clean? I hope so. Don't want to pour them too full. Might actually have more left for another one. Now I'm going to put 30 grams in here. Just going to weigh my resin. 30 grams, so 1 ounce in my little cup, and that'll be for the white. Oops, there we go. 30. So that's for my white. Now let's just put a little bit more in. I just want to cover the base, because when I put my white in, it's going to displace what's in here anyway and get deeper. Like the resin's going to get thicker, deeper, I should say. So I don't want to put too much in. And of course there's a hair. Gosh. All right, so now I don't need to rush terribly much. What am I going to do with that? I've got another mold. I haven't cleaned it though. Where will I put you? I don't know. We'll see. I might just put it to the side. Don't have to use it. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to put some alcohol inks in these. Now, I don't like using the Pinata alcohol inks for this particular technique. I should have sprayed them with alcohol first to stop the bubbles clinging. Yeah, I don't like using the Pinata because it leaves the skin. Like I've used it before, and it's left a skin on top of my resin, which I really don't like. So this brand doesn't do it, and the Let's Resin doesn't do it. These are just Deco Rom, just cheapies from Amazon. So I've got a yellow, it's called Lemon. I've got an orange called Tangerine, and a red called Ruby. So I'm going to start, give them a good shake. I'm going to start with the darkest in the middle. I hate how it sprays like that. Okay, I'll just see what one drop does. See, it spreads quite well. Some others don't really spread all that well. Now I'm going to go with the Tangerine. Don't want too much colour. I don't want it like taking over. because when you turn your resin piece over, you still want to see the design. So I don't want to do too much. Whoops, that was a bit off center. I might need to put another one in there if it doesn't close up. And then the yellow on the outside. With all my others, I've done the darkest one on the outside and the lightest one on the inside, but I just want to change it up a little bit and see how that goes. Whoops, put a bit much in there. Okay, that's spreading nicely. Other times when I've used it, it hasn't spread very well at all. Righto, let me see if we're still taping. I can probably bring you up a little bit more now. I never know whether to have you on focus or on autofocus. I'm just going to put you back on auto. There we go. Yes, so now what I want to do now is I'm going to just give these a bit of a swirl, just to incorporate some of the colours together. That one does need a little bit more orange, just there. Oh, again, off centre. It kind of clung to the edge. Right, so I'm just going to give these a bit of a mix. Kind of draw some of that orange into the yellow, and again I'm kind of trying to draw a little bit of the orange into the yellow on the outside, just so we get a little bit of contrast. There we go. Probably stay quite yellow on the outside, but that's okay. So the resin's going to move and pull together, and we'll pull from the outside in. Right, now the other thing I want to do, I'm not going to put any stones or anything in the center of this one. When I pipe today, well, I'm going to use my little stick, but oh, it's lost its little nib. I knew it was going to fall off, but it's actually broken off. Oh dear, I'll need to buy some more. Now the other thing I want to do is I want to wait till my resin in my little cup gets to 40 degrees again, and then I'm going to pipe. But I'm going to try and make them a little bit thinner this time, I think, maybe not so much white. Oh, I don't know, we'll just see what happens. So I'm going to use the Just Resin Titanium White. I don't think it really matters which paste you use, as long as you use a paste. Now let's give this a really good stir. Stir, stir, stir. And then I'm going to scrape my stick on all sides, and then just whatever's left on there is what's going in. And then I'm going to add, I don't know, let's do 4, no, let's do 6. I've got quite a lot of resin in there, it's a whole ounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 drops of alcohol ink. This is the Pinata one. I don't mind using the Pinata when I'm like doing my white, because it's not sitting on top like this color is. It was so frustrating when I started doing the alcohol inks, and they created a skin, and I thought, oh God, what's that? Why is it doing that, you know? Now I'm just going to change sticks, because this one's white now. I'm just going to change sticks so that I can see how my white's doing, if it's actually opaque or still semi-transparent, or I've still got quite a bit of mixing to do though. Oh, it's a bit streaky, and it's getting warm. I can feel it's getting warm. There's a bubble. Let me get that bubble. Get out. See if I can get him, zap him. Normally I like to spray my silicone molds with alcohol first before I pour my resin in, but I just forgot today. I don't know why. Right, so now it is 20 to 9. Gosh, let's see. I stopped stirring at 25 past 8. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes would be 10 to 9. 8:50. I'm just writing this down. Is that right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. 25 minutes is 10 to 9. I'm just writing this down so that I know for future reference. I like to write it all down. And I know if it works, then I know what to do. And I thought, oh, that's right, I waited till 25 minutes. Now this looks quite opaque. I mean, I only put a tiny bit in, but it still looks quite opaque. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Where's that other coaster? I'm just going to pop this one here. Don't know if you can see or not. Let me have a look. I don't know what you can see. There we go. We got a little smiley face. Just going to pour that in there. There's a bump in my mat. And I can't get the bump out. When it came, it was folded and very upset because I can't get the bump out. I've tried heating it. Now this is just going to be my test piece, this one. I'm going to see what the resin does, the white resin, at different times. So, alright, this is 20 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes is the top one, that one. Well, my top one, your bottom one. Let's see what happens. So now what I want to do is I want to take this guy's temperature now and see if he's got back up to 40 degrees. Like normally I would pipe at say 30 minutes, but if your resin's getting hotter, you may have to do it earlier. 37, 38, 39. Oh gosh, we're on 40 already. But see, I don't know. I don't know. My 30 minutes isn't up yet. This is where it's always a drama. Let me clean that. Clean my little stick. It's good he just folds back in again. It's got to make sure you clean him. All right, look at this guy. Look what he's doing. But just because he's doing that doesn't mean that he won't drop later on. Are we on? 5, 10, 15, 20. It's only been 20 minutes. It's only been 20 minutes. Oh. All right, should I just go for it? It's because it's warming up faster because I had like a half a cup full, so it's warming up faster. But I'm going to go with the 40 degrees and see how that works, okay? Because that one looks as if it's blooming. But I'll put another one in in another 5 minutes and see what it does. Okay. Oh, hang on, I've got to use my other thing. My thing. Here we go. My silicone stick thing. I don't think I'm going to wipe it. Look, see, now I'm getting colour on it, so I'm going to have to kind of try and just wipe the colour off. I'm going to try not to clean my stick. I'm just going to dip so that I still get a decent amount in there. Although you've got to worry about it dripping otherwise. Wow, look at that one spreading. Look at that. I'm just doing these petals, and I've worked out that by using the silicone stick and actually pushing the resin, the white resin, into the other resin, you get really different pretty effects rather than just using the piping bag where the resin just sits on top. I'm going to put some colour on this one. if he's going to work, I don't want to waste him. Hey. Okay, there we go. I won't swirl because he's already in there. And I'm just going to do what I did with him, and I'm just going to put my dashes in. I've been doing a lot of this lately, just putting little dashes in. That's what I call it anyway, I don't know. Little dashes. And then try and kind of overlap where you've got a gap. I've got a drop there, so I need to put some more in. And try not to make it, oh gosh, there's a big blob. Try not to make it too heavy. How much was this one quite thick? Like, was it a big dash or was it just a little thin dash? I don't remember. Let's see if I get a little bit more in there. Okay, getting sidetracked here, aren't I? Let's see if I can finish this one now. Back to this one. So for this particular pour, I've gone by the temperature of the resin, getting it to 40 degrees rather than the time, the 30 minutes. Because, you know, you may have been in a really cold area and you may have warmed your resin. You may have a really hot room, you may have a really cold room. I'm not going to wait for this one because I think my time is running out because it's feeling thicker. So yeah, I'm still experimenting. Like I guess I'm still pretty new to resin. I've been doing it for about a year, but even though you've been doing it for a year, you might be doing different techniques and learning new things. So the blooms, I have been doing them for a while as well, but they're constantly learning new techniques, new things to do with these blooms. And I use different resins and they all have different setting times, and so you've got to kind of start again with your calculations and what resin has a curing time of, you know, some are longer than others and some are shorter than others. And if you've been watching my videos, you'll know I've been doing one that has, like, it pretty much sets up, you can unmold it in an hour. Okay, so it's getting pretty thick now, so hopefully these outer ones will still bloom. It's a problem with doing like a few things. You know, if you're only doing one, you can just take your time, but if you're doing like 2 or 3 or 4, by the time you've got around to doing your last bloom, you know, your resin's starting to get thick and setting up. Okay, now I'm going to dip my stick in there, grab some of that white resin and just do a little swirl there. Clean that off. Same here, dip that in, give a little swirl, because there's no white resin in the actual center. And I do need a little bit to be in there just to make a swirl. All right. Look, now I've got pale orange resin. Let me clean my mixing stick real quick. Okay. Now, you know the drill. Let me clean up real quick before I take my gloves off. Clean that. Clean this. because I don't want to have to put my gloves on again to clean my mess up. So I just want to do it now and then I'm done. Oh look, I've got a streaky bit there. I wonder what that's going to do. Oh, never mind. Right, so these ones, they don't seem to be doing a lot just yet. Hopefully they will still. I'm just going to get my little heat gun out. Just give them a little bit of heat. I don't know, I have a feeling that I might have waited a bit long for these outer ones, but we'll see. I won't pass judgment just yet. Just make sure that you've got no big blobs, because they'll be heavy and they'll sink, so just make sure you've got no big blobs. I think that's pretty good. Not much I can do now because the resin's, you know, starting to, it's getting quite thick now. So not much I can do with it now. All right, last little torch. Now I can see that these, missed a bit there. I can see that these outer ones here that I did last aren't blooming as much, but oh, I nearly dropped that in there. It could just be because I've done them last, okay? And then this guy here that I did first, my little test piece, he's just going for it. He's doing really well. All right, let me get you down, and we'll have a little look and see what's going on here. Hopefully they're going to work. Oh look, there's a glare right in the top of that one. Right, so this was the first one, my little test piece. Focus. Oh, look at those colours, you guys. Oh, wow. So this was the dash one. And I've been doing a lot of the dash ones lately with my metallics. I'm not sure what order you're going to see these videos in. Like I'm doing sometimes 2-3 videos a day because I've only got, I think, 2 or 3 more weeks in my studio, and then they're going to be pulling the roof off to incorporate my old studio with my new studio. So I thought I'm going to do lots of videos. I'm going to upload them but keep them private on YouTube, and then every couple of days I'll just flick it over to public so that you can see it. So I'm not exactly sure what order everything's going to go in. See, this one here is not really blooming all that much, but it has stuck to the edge. Let's see if I can get that. They can't really move properly if they're stuck to the side of the mold, so try and make sure that none of them are stuck, otherwise they can't move properly. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at the colours. Oh, I'd be happy with this side. Look at the colours. Oh my gosh. Alright, so this one is still not doing as much on the edge there. We'll see what happens. I might give that little petal a bit of heat. Alright, I'm going to see if I can move them in a little while and get off this bump. Does anyone know how to straighten these? It's not sure if it's going to leave a bump on the other side. There we go. Oh, they're so pretty. All right, I will see you real soon for the unmolding. Wish me luck. Hope they work. So it's been about 5 hours, just over 5 hours, and they're set. Still a bit bendy, but I think they're set enough to get out. Now, I'm going to get them all out, and I'm going to lay them down, and then we'll do the reveal after I've taken them all out, eh? That ring light's going to be annoying. Maybe I'll just hold it this way. I've got a ring light just there. Trying to get some better light. All right, there we go. Now, these single coaster molds, they are available in my eBay store if anybody wants one, or 2 or 3 or 4, or you can just buy the one that's got 4 rounds. But you know, if you're on a bit of a budget and you just want 1 or 2, then that's a good option to go with. All right. Oh, let me see this ring light. How's that? It had a bit of a glare on it. All right, now this was the test piece, so let's look at this one first. And I'm also going to get my little piece of black card ready as well, just so that because sometimes it's nice to see what it looks like with a dark background. And as you can see, I didn't top coat these, but you certainly can. All right, so I should probably get everybody out of the way. Everybody can sit over there for a minute. Alrighty, are we ready? So this was the test piece. Oh, okay, yep, oh, worked really well. I kind of mucked up that end there. I don't know what I did. I'll just hold it like that. That's really pretty. So that was just the dashes, my little test piece. And the red's kind of gone a bit pinkish there, as it does when it's mixed with white. Let's have a look at it with the black background. There you go. Totally different look, isn't it? If you do want to top coat, you can do it afterwards. You can do it before, but you can also do it afterwards, because there's a little lip there from the coaster, because I didn't fill them up all the way. So you could just afterwards just fill that in. So there we go. There's that one. Just my little test piece. All right, now on to this one here. I don't know that these two are very different. They look quite similar. This one I must have done first, because the petals are more white, and then as I went along dipping into my little cup of white, my white got more orange. So I think that's the second one I did. Must be. All right, let's have a look at this one first, shall we? Let's put the black on just so that we can see what it's going to look like. Are you ready? Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, wow. I'm really surprised. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I don't have enough wows. That's so pretty. Really happy with that. Look at the swirl. I like how you can still kind of see through. You can see through this petal into that petal, because I've made it quite so almost transparent. Well, not transparent, semi-transparent, the white, so that you can actually see through the petal. Makes it look even more 3D. I mean, they still look really pretty if you make your white quite opaque, but then you can't see through it like that. You can just see that one and that one. You can't see through that. So pretty. All right, let's have a look at the next one. Oh, do you want to see what it looks like without the... That's without the black. And you can put different colors on. Like if you demold it and you think, oh, do I want another color? You could put different color cards on to see what color that you might like. I just think black really makes it pop. Any dark color. All right, now let's have a look at this one. This one was the second one that I poured. Well, was the last one that I poured, I should say. My resin was starting to thicken up. That's the other thing. The resin was starting to thicken up, I guess. And yeah, got more color in the edges. I think that was it. I can't remember. I've mixed them all up now. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. Again with the wows. Oh, so pretty. More yellow, as we can see around the edge there. Definitely more yellow. What do you think? I don't have another piece of black, so we can see them both together. Okay, there's that one. And there's that one. Which one do you prefer? That one? That one. I'm going to have to get some more black card cut up. Oh dear. Right, so anyway, that's them. I won't put this one in just because it's not amazing or anything. I just wanted to see, you know, when I put that first one in, I just wanted to see like if it would work at the 20-minute mark, and it did. So that's my test piece. Yep, much whiter because I wasn't, you know, re-dipping into the colors. I was just doing little dashes. So there's that one. I won't keep that one. I'll chuck him. All right, I'm going to get another piece of card cut up and put under that. Just one sec. I've got a piece of white just to see what the difference would be. So that's the white one with the white background, and that's what it looks like with the black background. You can see how the black really makes everything pop. And this one's still really pretty, but I think I do prefer them with the dark background. And virtually no bubbles at all. There's like a couple of little ones around the edge, only because naughty me forgot to spray my mold with the alcohol. Naughty, naughty. It's my own fault. All right, let's have a quick little look at these, and then I will say goodbye because I have something else to demold. It's always great demolding two things in one day. I need to move my tripod out of the way. Here we go. Just love this. I don't know whether it's this one in particular, the color of it, or because it's on the black background. I don't know, but I just love it. Come back over to this one. It's a fly buzzing. I need to go and swat it. It's doing my head in. All right, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone, and I will see you real soon for the next video. Okay, bye for now.